Jack Slate is a cop. He's paid to serve and protect, as the saying goes, to bring to justice the villainous vagrants who terrorize the streets of Grant City. I guess mauling them beyond recognition earns a bonus. As one would expect from a person named after a type of metamorphic rock, Slate is the cold, stone-faced protagonist of Dead to Rights Retribution. Released to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in 2010, Retribution is the third title in Namco's Dead to Rights series, as well as a revival of sorts. This is the first Dead to Rights game in 4 years. Of course, during that long sabbatical, the third-person shooter has become one of the industry's most oversaturated genres. Thanks to games like Resident Evil 4 and Gears of War, Dead to Rights is returning to a world in which shooting enemies with the camera over your shoulder isn't quite enough to stand out anymore. So Retribution sets itself apart by utilizing excessive amounts of blood-soaked, gratuitous violence. And, flesh-eating dogs. When he's out in the field breaking bad guys in half, Officer Slate is often joined by Shadow, the soulless canine spawn of Rin Tin Tin and Cujo. Retribution almost plays like Twilight Princess during these segments, albeit a murderous mutation of Twilight Princess in which Link eats Ganondorf's heart like a can of freaking Alpo. It's ridiculously brutal and over the top, but that's part of the game's charm. Whether it's intentional or not, Retribution is one of the funniest games I've played in a long time. When you're not laughing from Slate's absurdly unnecessary use of force, you've got a dog shredding someone's testicles like Parmesan cheese. The canine portions of the game are a welcome respite from the business of bashing skulls, and that's another aspect of Retribution that's particularly well done. The game has very good pacing. With a rewarding curve in difficulty, it breaks up Slate's running and gunning while keeping the focus on hilariously merciless action. But unfortunately, those are the only bullets Slate keeps in his clip. Once the novelty of kicking people in the face wears off, there isn't much to keep you playing. Retribution does an excellent job of hiding it beneath layers of gore early on, but the game's built from very predictable mechanics. Now, what you see on screen might be interesting, but what you're actually doing with your controller isn't. Even the hand-to-hand combat, which is intended to give Retribution its own unique flavor among third-person shooters, is decidedly underwhelming to perform. Again, it's not that the gameplay's bad or anything, it's just thoroughly, painfully average. And once you've cleaned the streets of Grant City and washed your hands of the brain matter that's likely stuck beneath your fingernails, that's what you'll remember from your time with Dead to Rights Retribution. That there just wasn't much to remember.
Shoot me!